Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Let's take care of some housekeeping in Drezen, and then do some more exploring.
It's time to act! I am never wrong. We do it my way.
Commander, permission to report. Captain Harbinen looks worried. The army's disposition is growing dangerous. More and more soldiers express their distrust toward you and your mythical powers. They grumble on their lack of understanding of where you're leading them and what your plan is. What's worse, the wary have once again emerged among the officers. They're adding fuel to the fires of sedition. We've already had cases of direct insubordination. You have to win back the trust of the soldiers forthwith, or else the army will be paralyzed. Some privates have already refused to march into battle. I suggest that we make your strategy clear by setting up a bulletin board. It could have a new statement with your name on it every week. Every 2 weeks, you can invite delegates from your soldiers to ask any questions they may have. I know in my previous military experience, putting up a bulletin board is just asking for graffiti and defacing, some inappropriate doodles. It feels like the soldiers are discouraged and dismayed. We should embolden them by reminding them that the crusade is about more than just death and danger. This is a time of camaraderie and valor too. Maybe we could adorn the city with an inspiring monument or two, the kind that lifts your spirits whenever you walk by. Soldiers have the right to ask their generals questions. They have no right to disobey orders simply because their curiosity isn't being satisfied. They're committing sabotage, and the penalty for sabotage is a court-martial. We'll build new taverns for our soldiers and pour them free beer on the commander's behalf. That's the easiest way to win their love. The wary again. I thought we took care of that problem. Not completely, apparently. The captain makes a helpless gesture. We haven't yet solved the main issue. Far too many officers still believe that the Queen herself should be in charge of the crusade. No matter how many feats you've achieved, they still consider you an upstart. We'll have to do something about them soon, but the unrest among the soldiers is the most pressing matter at hand. What do you think of the wary? They're your comrades in arms after all. Dang. I think of them as traitors, Commander. Harbinen replies quickly, without a shadow of doubt. I mean, the fact that it's a perception check tells you enough. What is it exactly that my soldiers find worrying? Your mythical powers. Yes, you do look like an angel, and they say you were sent by Iomedae herself. Still, until now, the only one chosen and blessed by the goddess to lead us into battle was Her Majesty. The soldiers are confused. They wonder what it all means, and whether or not you're here to replace her. Let's discuss our options in further detail. As you command. Sela, what's your plan? I have doubts that explaining battle strategy will help our people in any way. They're fighting a brutal war, maybe the worst war in Galarian's history. They're exhausted and scared. If we want to help them, we have to give them courage. We're already making an effort. I would also suggest adorning our fortresses with monuments. Not grim ones, but something heroic or uplifting. That way, soldiers who are about to march out or have just marched in will be able to smile at them like old friends. I had a marble friend like that once. The recruits in our order believe that rubbing the hilt of his stone sword would bring you good luck. Dismissing mutinous talk as exhaustion and lack of support is fundamentally wrong. Those few with conscience serve well and true as it is, without question. However, those who can afford to doubt and ignore their orders, or step away from becoming deserters, who will remain deaf to any pleas and arguments, and even more so, to inspiring embellishments. Regil, what do you suggest? Insiders' bodies hanging from the gallows will answer any and all questions. Sedition must be extinguished swiftly and mercilessly. It's absurd even to consider convincing or appeasing the doubtful. That couldn't be more counterproductive. The sight of hanged bodies will absolutely stop the soldiers from asking questions, but it won't stop them from thanking them. For example, would they hang me next? Did I make a mistake by joining this army? Isn't it about time I made a run for it? Darren, your opinion please. There's a centuries-old cure for grouches and complainers. Alcohol and a little cheer. We'll build more taverns, supply them with strong beer, and treat the soldiers once or twice, courtesy of the treasury. They'll leave their doubts behind in the blink of an eye, and proclaim you the best and most beloved commander who ever lived. I'll be the first to agree that taverns are a good thing to have, but they're not enough to support the army's fighting spirit. If we don't give our soldiers something more than drinks, our taverns will become just places to drown their sorrows, or vent their frustrations through brawls. Captain Harmodin, what would you advise? If the soldiers don't understand you, then you must bridge the gap between you and them. Create means of direct communication, so to speak. We'll set up a bulletin board that will, simply put, keep everyone informed of the situation on the front and the basics of our strategy. In addition, we'll set up times when, once every 2 weeks, the soldiers can send delegates to you and ask any lingering questions. A general is under no obligation to report to their soldiers. They'll end up disputing your every word, and second-guessing your orders before you know it. In some exceptional cases, a general may seek counsel from experienced veterans, but turning your headquarters into a thoroughfare is the surest way to destroy your authority. A bulletin board. Pray tell, how many of our soldiers can actually read? Maybe we should engrave this board with some obscene carvings. Then it would at least be useful. Thank you. Everything is clear. What are your orders? Cecilia gives us a monument. A monument provides all units with a plus 5% bonus to the chance to act twice due to positive combat morale. Only one monument can be built in each fort. And Regil has the gallows. Gallows decreases the chance to skip action due to negative combat morale by 3% for all units. Only one gallows can be built in each fort. And Darren has the tavern. The tavern reduces all morale effects in combat by 10%. Only one tavern can be built in each fort. So it says all morale effects. That should apply to both positive and negative. And then Captain Harmodin. A bulletin board provides all units with a plus 3 bonus to the chance to act twice due to positive combat morale, and a minus 3% bonus to the chance to skip action due to negative combat morale. Only one bulletin board can be built in each fort. So actually, the bulletin board was something you could build in Kingmaker too, and it was actually very useful. I'm gonna go with Sila's choice here, though I think Harmodin's is objectively the best. Sila, see to the construction of the monuments, but I also haven't really... Yeah, I don't have had a problem skipping actions due to negative combat morale. So, I'm going to go all in on acting twice instead. Plus, I think a paladin would back a paladin. Sila, see to the construction of the monuments. Will do. Hope this will help in some way. Well, it can't hurt, so I'll gladly take it. The chain of command of the Crusade has been strengthened. The Staff Council requests that the Crusade leader attend their meeting and receive an update report. The Runaway. It has been revealed that one of the Crusaders is a criminal on the run. 1 year ago, that knight murdered a noble Nerosian and escaped justice. The killer repented and joined the Crusader army to atone for his sin. But the daughter of the murdered aristocrat wants vengeance and requests that the criminal be arrested and tried. We could try the Criminal Knight to give us 3,000 finance points. Protect the Repentant Knight. Crusade morale increases by 15. Give the Vengeful Noble the Murderer's Head. We got a family heirloom. I mean, it is a +4, but it's also not very good. Oh, do away with the Vengeful Noble and get her treasures. Unscrupulous Heir. Get 7,000 gold, 5,000 finance points, 50 material points, and 25 energy points. Oh man, I'm split. I feel like this should be a good option here as well. I think this should be good, not chaotic. Maybe we could try the Criminal Knight, and I'm sure he'll be found innocent. I'm a paladin, I should be playing somewhat lawful. We also don't want to set a precedent for people killing people and then coming and joining the crusade to get out of it. While some of them may do it out of sincerity, not all of them would. Then they'll come here to escape justice and then they'll just desert when it benefits them. So I think we'll hold him accountable. This seems like the right call. So try the Criminal Knight. Lawful adds 3,000 finance points. The criminal, stripped of his knighthood, was sent to serve time in Canaveras jail. The murderer has been punished, and the victim's daughter has made a substantial donation to the Crusader cause. I cannot decide if I am pleased or displeased by the need to temporarily give up command of my Hell Knight unit. I invested a great deal of effort in training my junior officers. We'll see how they handle this test on their own. Oh, this is Ember's quest. Commander, the woman entering the room is horribly wounded. Her simple clothes are soaked with blood. Her face has been beaten to a pulp, and one arm is twisted at an unnatural angle. She walks toward you, but her legs give out and she falls to the floor. Commander, it's Ember. Ember's been taken. Ember, what's wrong with her? Baphomet cultists came to her sermon. They slaughtered everyone and took her off to their unholy shrine to sacrifice her. I can tell you where it is. I'm begging you. Hurry before they do something to her. Somebody help. She's wounded. One of the soldiers helps your guest up and hands her a healing potion. The woman drinks it and sighs with relief. She still looks terrible. But at least her wounds are no longer bleeding, and she's standing on her own 2 feet. Thank you, Commander, but don't waste time on me. I don't deserve your kindness. You must save Ember. Who are you? My name is Turda. I'm a bricklayer. No, that's not what I meant to say. I'm a pathetic sinner, not worthy of your attention. That little saint changed my life, saved my soul, and I let those scumbags take her. Who did this to you? Baphomet cultists. They came to the sermon. They were armed. We couldn't do anything to stop them. I woke up surrounded by dead bodies. The cultists must have thought I was dead too. I ran straight here, but it's already been a few hours. The villains must be halfway to the shrine by now. Baphomet cultists, in Drezen. They're everywhere, Commander. The army, the bureaucracy, ordinary people. They have spies high and low, and they recruit those weak in spirit. Some of them get caught, but they're like mold. If you miss just one speck, it's not long before they spread everywhere again. How exactly do you know where the shrine of Baphomet is? You're very perceptive, Commander. The woman lowers her head, stops for a moment, and then forces herself to continue. looking you straight in the eye. I didn't come here only to tell you about Ember's abduction, but also to surrender to the law. Arrest me for treason. I'm a cultist of Baphomet. It's my fault Ember was taken. Why are you helping me if you're a cultist? I regret what I did. That doesn't absolve me of my guilt. At least I can do some good before I accept my punishment. Tell me more about your cult. I was recruited a few months back. I came to this city to work on a construction site. I was alone, with no friends and no money. I met some nice people in the tavern. Her beaten face twists into a grimace. We spent some good times together. They're always willing to help me in any way they could. They even let me borrow money and never asked for it back. I really thought I'd found friends. Then they started saying things about unfairness in the army, that Galfrey is a tyrant, and you're her executioner. Defining cultists is just slaughtering innocent people who see things a different way. I felt like something was off, but they were my friends. Well, it didn't even take 2 months before I was kissing the hoof of Baphomet's statue in his shrine, and swearing an oath to his warlord, Thasgarad. Break Baphomet's profane altar, destroy his cult, and punish me in front of everyone as an example to the rest. Thasgarad, who is that? A very powerful demon. I've only seen him once, and I almost died of fear. He is huge, and he breathes fire and devours human souls. He has an entire Templars at his command. Sorry, an entire army of Templars. I don't know if I read that right. How did you end up at Ember's sermon? At first I stayed away from her sermons, but the cult leaders kept a close eye on her. People flocked to her. The cultists dreamed of poaching her congregation, and maybe even luring her to their side too. When she started saying prayers for the demon lords, we thought it'd be easy to entice them to our side, but we underestimated her. 5 spies, including me, infiltrated her congregation, and when the other cultists came for her, all 5 of us took up arms to protect her from them. Ember said prayers for demon lords. That can't be true. You didn't know. She's a true saint. I don't know what else to call her. She was offering up prayers for all the demon lords, Baphomet, Discari, Nocticula, Cabriri, asking that they come to their senses and end this war. Stop hurting people. She believes there is good in everyone, even in creatures who are evil incarnate. I don't know if anyone can make demons come to their senses, but she can do it with people. How could I keep hurting Crusaders after I, along with the others, appealed to Baphomet's better nature? How could I ask him to repent, and not repent myself? I see. I've decided what to do with you. I'll humbly accept your decision, whatever it may be. How lenient do I want to be? Yeah, there can be no mercy for cultists, even former ones. Arrest her. Arrest is the least I deserve. She meekly follows the soldiers escorting her to prison.
Follow if you dare.
Alright, let's go rescue Ember. At least head that way. Well, I'm already up here. It's right there. so it's all the way over there. Alright, what do you sell now? Actually, I think this is new. Why, it's you again. Good to see you. I do love repeat customers. It's a shame they don't live long in these parts. Have a look and don't be stingy. Take your pick, no penny pinching. And when you're all out of money, get some more, then come find me again. I'm always around here somewhere. Maybe over there. Or if you're really unlucky, I'll be way over there. What do you sell now? It depends. Right now I'm selling personal protection equipment. Every knight knows how important it is to avoid losing face, or some other body part. Alright, next we'll do the Hunter's Arsenal. The best-selling goods right now are items from the Hunter's Arsenal. But it won't update till we see him again. A Shield of Holy Thorn. Whenever the wielder of this +3 spiked Holy Heavy Shield uses it for a shield bash, it behaves like a holy weapon, dealing an extra 2d6 points of holy damage to the opponent. Then it tells, ironically, 2 Lone Wolf Scale Mails. This +3 Scale Mail grants its wearer immunity to flanking, and a +3 insight bonus to armor class against flying and incorporeal creatures. I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, stock doesn't really take off till Act 5. And then he sells one of the best Earthbreakers in the game. There's one over here. We're actually pretty close to that.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
Don't hold back! I'm off!
Oh, it's the darn ghost. I know who this is.
I do what I
Whenever you get close to one of those Core of the Riddle or other puzzle locations, you have to talk to the Ancient Ghost, Ancient Sarkorian Ghost.
I'm gone.
I thought he had loot on his map as well. Ancient Ghost. There's loot.
Follow if you dare.
You're surrounded by a lonely, empty landscape. In front of you, a solitary figure stares into a fire. The flames illuminate his ghostly form, but his features are concealed beneath a mask. You hear the muffled wail of the wind in the distance, like a child crying for its mother. But when you look at that, an adventurer has arrived. The figure's face is hidden behind a mask, but he sounds friendly, although you detect a note of sadness in his voice. When he speaks again, however, his tone is cold and emotionless, as if reciting a text he memorized long ago. You're searching for ancient knowledge, but the path to the heart of mystery can only be revealed to the one most worthy. However, all it takes are a few small steps to set you on this path of discovery. So put yourself to the test. Answer my questions with the knowledge you possess, and prove that you're worthy of possessing far greater knowledge. Who are you? It does not matter. I am not the answer. I am not the question. I am simply the one who asks the question. What is the heart of mystery? It is the hidden sanctuary of knowledge, where the secrets of creation will be revealed to the one most worthy. The masked figure's voice is flat and lifeless. The heart of mystery will only open to the one most worthy. Secret knowledge must be earned. We walk this path to the end. We become the first among many. What questions do you wish to ask me, and why? This is a test. Anyone who wishes to learn the secrets of creation, must first prove their thirst for knowledge. You'll be rewarded if you answer correctly, but do not be afraid to give a wrong answer. These questions are simply one of many tests. I'll show you the way to the others. That is my duty. That is why I am here. Ask me a question, and I will answer. The first question is not intended to be difficult. The ghostly figure gestures with his hand, and a leaf appears. He holds it out to you. You notice that it is almost as big as the palm of his hand. The leaf appears fresh and vibrant. Tell me, which tree does this leaf belong? You recognize this leaf immediately. It comes from the Liponaya tree. There's no mistaking its distinctive shape and color. The Liponaya tree is native to Sarverian, the magical and mysterious homeworld of the elves. This is a leaf from the Liponaya tree. The tree is not native to Golarion. All it takes is a little knowledge to begin your journey. By answering this question correctly, you've taken the next step toward acquiring great knowledge. The heart of mystery is now open to you. Solve its riddle, and you can continue forward. The secrets of creation will be revealed to the one most worthy. Do not give up your search. A strange melodious sound fills the air. Ghost stands up hastily. I've been released. The demonic spell is gone. The ghost's voice has changed. His tone is no longer cold and emotionless. Listen to me, adventurer. I'm a dead man forced to keep an eternal watch. I am a spirit bound by magic. Magic forces me to say all this nonsense about knowledge and rewards. It also prevents me from telling you who condemned me to this fate, or what happens within the heart of mystery. However, there are other things I can tell you. You have to hurry though. I only have time to answer a single question before the spell sends me back to the oblivion. Who are you? It does not matter. I've been dead for so long, there is no one, not even the oldest elves or greatest mages in Golarion, who'd remember me. And I doubt that I appear in any of their chronicles. I was once called the Thief of Secrets, and on one occasion, I stole too much. I paid for it with my life, and with my afterlife. The one who once stole secrets is now a servant of secrets, a purveyor of information for people like you. The ghost barely manages to finish his sentence. A sudden burst of magical energy surges through his body, and he disappears with a scream.
I'm off. Should move.
It doesn't really matter which question you ask him, because you do see him a few times. You can ask him the next question in the list each time you see him. I'm gonna call it here, and next time we'll enter the core of the riddle, and we'll explore all these locations since we're over here anyway, and then go rescue Ember. And that'll keep us busy for a while. But either way, for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.